The human made a cloaking device out of a disco ball, and the ship is now technically missing from reality. Captain's log, supplemental. Correction, existence. Log supplemental, I am Zarnak Lovell, former first science officer aboard the Tranquility of Thought, now the acting captain of the Screaming Bastard. Our official designation was removed from the Confederation Fleet Registry because, quote, we have no box on the form for what you've become. Our prior commanding officer is on indefinite medical leave, repeating the words, but it was just a microwave, over and over into a mug of liquefied calming agents. So, naturally, Mac has taken over engineering entirely. And last week, he built a cloaking device, not a stealth field, not a standard refractor array. No. Mac affixed a disco ball to the hull and told us not to look directly at the party matrix while sober. When asked how this would possibly render us invisible to enemy sensors, Mac explained, it's like Schrodinger's vibe. If the universe can't decide if we're fabulous or not, it just gives up and stops rendering us. What followed can only be described as quantum gaslighting. Enemy ships would see us one moment, then suddenly experience an existential crisis and drift away playing saxophone music for no reason. Our own targeting system refused to acknowledge we existed. The onboard AI, remember, the one that was previously a coffee machine, refused to process tactical commands and instead streamed 70s earth funk through every speaker at all hours. When we tried to disable the disco ball, it spun faster. Reality around us got bendy. The walls started doing that wobbly melting effect, like we were inside a bad music video. Ensign Kilfarn began speaking only in song lyrics. Temporal anomalies reported that we had never existed, while simultaneously also claiming we would be born next Thursday. We contacted the Confederation for help. The message bounced back with a note. Entity not found. Error code 404, ship too fabulous to track. Mac's response was to double down. He added fog machines in space. I do not know how he got fog into the vacuum of space, but there was absolutely fog. The engines left behind glitter trails. Our distress beacon now just plays Earth disco bass loops and a recording of Mac yelling, "We don't need rescuing, we need laser lights and a foghorn." The worst part, it works. We passed directly through an enemy blockade. Ships parted around us like we were divine beings, or very confusing hallucinations. A galactic bounty hunter looked directly at our vessel, whispered, "I am not high enough for this," and ejected himself into a nebula. The Confederation has officially reclassified our ship status as unlocatable, possibly dancing. Our AI now identifies as DJ Espresso and refuses to respond to anything unless it's phrased as a request in beatbox form. Mac is working on something called the Chrono Funk Slipstream Drive. He claims it will let us moonwalk through time. I've stopped resisting. I've started wearing sequins. And every time I look out the viewport and see the soft shimmer of that cursed disco ball reflecting starlight across warp space, I whisper the phrase that now unites this crew more than any anthem of the Zarktoon Confederation ever could. Dear stars, what did the human do now?